Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining my channel this morning. If you're watching me, you're on my YouTube channel, which is called Creative Gems. I also have a couple of groups, or a group and a page. My Facebook page is called Cards by Laura. I have lots of card designs on there. If you want to hop in there and have a look, you can follow that page. And I also have a Facebook group, a very large Facebook group, over 11,000 members in there from all over the world. It's called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. I did have a header page that I can show you. I'll just get it out for you and have a look. I did this up this morning for my live video. That's what my header page looks like. All my live videos that I do in the group are in this featured tab here, and also in the files tab are all the PDFs for my lives and my YouTube videos. That's the header at the moment. Excuse me. I am going to change that header in the new year to reflect some of the new Stampin' Up! Products. But that's what it is for now. If you want to hop in there and join, you're welcome. There's a couple of questions there that you need to answer, and I will approve those, and then you're free to have a look around in my group. Feel free to ask any questions as well. So we shall get on to it straight away. This is the card I'm doing this morning. It's called a double fan fold card. Not too difficult to make, a little bit of cutting. We have that on the back, and it's in some of the new products. This is out of the stippled pattern, the stippled something. It's one of the new stamp sets. The one I'm doing today is in a different paper. I've used the painted paper florist dies to do my decoration here. And that's what I ended up with for my sample one. So I'll just put that aside, and I'll show you what we're doing for today. I am using this paper here, which is a freebie paper in Australia. For every $90 you spend with Stampin' Up, you can get a free product. There's a celebration catalogue. It starts for customers on the 4th of January. For pre-order, for demonstrators, you can get it now. This one's called Flight and Airy. A really pretty paper. As you can see, I've chopped a lot of it up already, and that's the paper I'm using today. I do have my measurements typed up for you, so you can have a look. I'll just put the other page away. So the materials you'll need for today are, I've used Bubble Bath for my base. I'll just get all those off the top. My base measures 9 inches by 7 inches, and I'll show you how to score that in a minute. My back mat, which is basic white, and I've just decorated it with, it's got a little bit of glue on there, decorated with a couple of strips of the DSP to coordinate with the front. This measures 6 3/4 by 2 3/4. The front center mat, which is this white piece here, I'm doing a white for mats, 6 3/4, beg your pardon, by 2 3/4, that's that one. And then the DSP that's going on the top of that is 6 1/2 by 2 1/2, and that paper is also out of that Flight and Airy DSP pack. It's the back side of that pretty paper, very pretty. So that's those two. My side pieces, now these we'll have to cut these shortly. You need 2 of these. They measure 6 1/4 by 1 1/4, and that's 2, and I'll show you how to cut those. And then we have 4 of the smaller sections. The side ones are these here, cut in here, and the smaller sections are these 4 small ones. There's 2 top, 2 bottom on 2 sides. They measure 3 inches by 1 1/4 inches, and I've got 4 of those, which is there, all the same size. And then my decoration on the front, I've just chosen the Stylish Shapes dies. I've those two sizes. I've done the pink bubble bath for the mat at the back. I've put the DSP on one, a couple of little birds on the others, and my happy birthday. My happy birthday is out of this inked and tiled stamp set, which is in the annual catalogue. My little gems on there are the 2325 in colour boho blue ones, which are in this set here. That's the boho blue at the bottom. They're 2325 in colour dots. That's the decoration I've used on those. So we'll put those aside and we shall do some scoring. Just put those aside as well. I just wanted to show you what I'm using. I'll move that aside. All the measurements will be in the description box of my video, so there's no need to write it down. You could have taken a screenshot of that, but the measurements, and then the PDF will be in my Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials page, so you can hop on in there. Now I shall just get my scoring measurements. They're pretty easy, and I'll get my trimmer, which I'll just move that aside so it doesn't end the road. Score the base on the long side at 1.5. I'll just move all those bits to the side. 1.5 is your first score. I have my cutting blade to the bottom so I can push it right down out of the road, and I'm not tempted to grab it and cut instead of score. So the first one is 1.5, and then we want 3 inches. And I will need to pull the arm out on it. 3 inches, 6 inches, which is that one there, and 7.5. So you end up with that wider panel down the centre in the middle and the smaller sections on the side. Now we're going to score as well from the top, this top left corner here down to this, and I'm going to put some pencil lines on it, so because it's really, I don't want to fold it until I'm ready to do all the folding together. I'm just going to put a little pencil mark top and bottom. That's on the inner, that's the 3-inch score line there. That was 1.5, 3 inches. So I'm going from this corner down to that inner score line, and from that inner score line out to the outside, and we'll do that on both sides. So I'm just putting that in the track up there, and this down here in the track of my trimmer. You could do freehand with a ruler and a stylus if you wish to do it that way. I prefer my trimmer. So that's that way, and then same on this side. We're going from that inside score line out to the point on the corner, which is the bottom left. So you're virtually creating a cross on those two outside score lines. And then we're going to do the same on this side. I'm just going to put a pencil mark there and there. Then we're going to go from there down to the point. Getting it nicely in the track so it's not in the wrong spot. And then from this point here down to your little pencil mark down there. You can rub your pencil marks out when you're finished. So we'll go from there to there and score. So that's all the scoring. We will need to do some cutting on the DSP pieces. Now all your diagonal score lines, which is these ones here that you just did, they will go into valley folds, and I'm going to do those first. I'll just get my bone folder. I'll rub out those pencil marks before we do that so we don't forget later. So then if you just fold and make sure you get it right over in that corner to the point and down to there. and you can burnish that. So all these that are diagonal will go into a valley fold. So that's that way, and then this one will go this way, getting right into that point, which I sort of haven't got the score to the point, but you can pull it across, which will make it right. And burnish that well. And then you've got the two on the other side. Fold it across. This one's perfectly in the corner. You need to try and be pretty exact with your scoring into the corners. And then this one this way, which is right in the corner. I only missed one by a smidge. So that's those, the diagonal ones. Then the vertical ones will be going into mountain folds. So if you go back this way, excuse me, and all of these will go into mountain folds. So just remember valley on the diagonal and mountain on the vertical ones. Get them nice and straight. I'll just have a mouthful of water. So now it's just a matter of holding your nose right here. So they're going to go, if you push these two, bring them, pinch them in like so, and tuck the back under. And that will go. Just make sure this here go. If you put your bone folder in there, you need to go into a bit of a point there. Just making sure everything's nice and straight. And give that a good burnish. That's sort of a bit wobbly there, but we're not going to notice that. It'll be at the back. This is the front of my card. The same here. We shall pop those up, pinch that in like so, and fold that one under. So it's just a matter of pinching those pointed ones in the centre and pushing that under. I'll just see it at the back here. We'll just make that into a point. And that is your folds. That's pretty much easy to do. So you'll end up with that. Then for decoration, we shall do the centerpiece first. I'll put all those bits on. This one here I'm going to put in the center. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal if it works well. Last time it didn't work so well, but we'll have another go. I think it's just a matter of getting the pressure right when you push this. You don't want it too hard, but then again you don't want it too soft. So we're putting that one onto our basic white piece. It's just a blue, it's the boho blue, and I think a bit of Misty Moonlight in that, which is explained on the back of the pack. So that's that one. That is going on my centre front, just flat. I'm going to put my decoration up on dimensionals. This fold was actually done years ago. I did one similar to this. It's been around for a while. I'm not sure who I originally got it from. And I know one of the girls in my team, or that comes to my workshops, she gave me a Christmas card last year made from this same design. So that's that piece, and we can put this back section on as well. And then it's just a matter of cutting our small pieces. That's where it plays up. I think if you give it a little tick at the end, it's ready to go the next time. And this I haven't got in any particular direction for the paper. Just going to slot that into that space at the back. You could put mats around these, but I think it would make it a little bit thick. You could do mats on the front as well, but I've just chosen, if you do mats, you would do your mat in the sizes that I gave you, and then you would do your DSP on top. And I think try maybe 1/4 of an inch smaller, which would give you an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. But I've just, for quickness today, we're just doing the the DSP. So with this one now, I'll get my trimmer again, and we'll need a pencil. So this is, just mark it here, at 3 1/8. It's 6 1/4 wide. So just with a pencil, 3 and you're going to put a little pencil mark at the side at 3 1/8. Just on one side is enough, and on the other piece, 3 1/8. Just move down a fraction, 3 1/8. We can rub the pencil mark out later. So then you're going to cut from this top corner here down to your pencil mark. Put that in the track and the pencil mark in the track. And you need to be fairly exact with this. I'm going to start my cut in the middle of my DSP so that it doesn't drag the paper. Making sure that stays like that, and cut that angle off. And then we're going to go from that pencil mark down to this bottom corner again, making a triangle. That's there. I'll start in the middle. I know a couple of times I didn't start in the middle and it dragged my DSP. If you use directional paper, just be aware of where you cut, so that you don't cut in the wrong direction and it ends up upside down. So this one here, my pencil mark's just there, I can see, and we're going from that top point there down to the pencil mark. I'm holding that there like so, and then from the pencil mark down to the bottom corner as well. I'm a little bit off the pencil mark there, but it's not, oh, that didn't drag. As soon as I pushed it, I thought, oh, I've dragged it, but it didn't. I'll just rub out those pencil marks because I can see them. That one and this one. So that's those two pieces, one in there. That's why if you're better off with non-directional paper, so it doesn't matter which way they go. So these 4 pieces, we're going to cut them in 2 different directions. The first 2, you're going to go from top left to bottom right and just cut in half on the diagonal, and just 2 of them. I'll put the trimmer in the middle so we can get them fairly straight. So that's those 2, and the same again on the second one, top left to bottom right. Cutter in the middle. Just make sure it stayed in the track. And then the other 2, we'll put those down there. They will fit in where you need to put them. These are going to go from top right to bottom left, so the opposite to what you just did on the other 2. Top right to bottom left. On the diagonal, cutter in the middle. Sometimes you can't hold the paper until you get it down. I'm trying to edge it in there, and it just wants to keep moving. Got it right. So that's those 2, and the same with this one, bottom right, top right to bottom left. These are not quite big enough to hold and cut at the same time. Maybe if I get right to the tip, like so, and I chanced it going from the corner. Sometimes if your blade's a little bit blunt, it will drag your paper. So we're trying to keep those together. That's all the cutting we need to do. So now these, one is going to go here, that side, and one here, up here. And I remembered now they ended up opposite corners. And this one will be over here. There's only one spot they can fit in. I'll come in here and do them. I'll lay them out so we get them exactly right before we start. That one will go there. This one will go over here. One there and one there. One there. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. I found they go top and bottom most of the time. So now I'm going to use some liquid glue. So I've got a little bit of wiggle room. Not sure where I put my silicone mat, which I have moved it. I'll just be a second, I'll get it. Or maybe not. Actually, I'll get my other one out. I have a couple of these, so I don't want glue on my workspace for this. So now we shall just do one at a time. Take this bigger one first, and my liquid glue. I can see my other silicone mat underneath my utensils. So I'm getting right in the corner of these pieces so the corners don't lift up. That one will go in there. And it's got the 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Getting it nice and straight. And we'll glue all these. It'll take me a minute or so, but I wanted to show you. I could have cut a few to start with, but I just wanted to show you how exactly to cut. This one will go in here. Get your glue right to the point so that you've got it nicely secured down. It's very steamy here in Brisbane. We always have hot weather through summer, very humid. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. We're 3/4 of the way through January. The days go so fast. Slotting all these into where they go. This is the boring bit for everyone to watch. If you don't want to watch it all, you can just drag it through until we finish putting them all on. Half of it done. I'm just going to get a wipe and wipe the glue off my silicone mat before it ends up over the back side of my pieces. Then we'll do this side. I've been a demonstrator now for, actually it's 8 years now. love what I do. I do classes and workshops from my home every month. I have a workshop on the first Wednesday and Sunday of the month, and then I do little classes in between. We also have a fun fold class, which I do monthly. That's on the third Sunday of the month. I've got half a dozen ladies that come to that. Keeps me nice and busy prepping all my projects. Love what I do. I'm off to Melbourne in March with a friend. We're going down there for On Stage, which I'm looking forward to. I haven't been, I've done lots of On Stage before, but when COVID hit, I haven't been to one since. So I'm looking forward to this one. And Melbourne, well, who knows about the weather in Melbourne, because my daughter lived down there for 4 years and I visited a few times. And yes, you couldn't predict the weather. It was cold in the morning and hot in the afternoon, or windy, and so I'm sure we'll be fine. We're going down Thursday morning and we'll be back Sunday afternoon. The event goes from Thursday to Saturday, and we're just going to do a bit of sightseeing while we're down there on the Sunday before we head home. Looking forward to that. Planning some swaps to do as well. Looking forward to it. So that's all our pieces stuck on, and we've just got our decoration to do. You could cut another 2 of these to put in or one you would need to put in the centre. No, you'd need 2. Cut them exactly the same as this, but I like the variation of the colours there, where it shows. Push those out, so you just see the little flowery pieces hanging out like a fan. But I think it just breaks up all the flowers. You could put a different design of flower in there, or a different pattern altogether in there. It's up to you how you decorate. Those little bits that are left, I'll use those on another card, so don't ever throw them away. Now we just need our little pieces for decoration. I'm just going to scatter these down the front. I didn't do a separate birthday grid. Oh, it's on one of these. I'll put that one at the top, and then I'm going to put the bird and the flower. Actually, I'll put the flower over there, put the 2 birds in the middle. And I'm trying to keep them inside. I've already put the dimensionals on the back, and I'm keeping it inside that centre frame. Just get my little scrap dish out. I'll do the top and bottom one first so I can space them evenly. I'm just going to put it down a smidge inside that. And then we'll do this. I think I might separate the birds. I'll put the flowers in the middle. It's just a matter of choice where you want to put them. So I'll do this one similar on this side. That one will go, yes, that's right. And then these 2. I did mention the embellishments I've put on them from the 23-25 in colours. Just put that, make it so it's spaced fairly even. And the last one. You could put more decoration than this. It took me a while to decide what flowers I wanted on my sample one. Takes a little while to cut those. We'll put that one in there. And that is it. All done. I might even put some more embellishments on the blue pieces. We'll see. That is my card for today. Fairly quick. I'm not sure what time I started. That's the 2 of them. I do love these Paper Florist dies. They're really cute. And that's how it opens up, and you've got your greeting panel on the back. It does stand up as well, very nicely stands up as for a display. Thank you for watching, and I shall catch you all again next week. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.